there's no maybe there will be a surprise. I know. Clear off the patio outside and set up my tenants at Joy's house. I'm good.
Start it up. Hello? Testing?
It's on.
It's on? I hope you all are enjoying your lunch. Thank you for joining us and celebrating my mother's life. Today we're gathered here to celebrate her, and I just wanted to share that she touched my life in so many countless ways. She instilled in me morals and values, teaching me the importance of family and the strength that comes from unity. Her unwavering support and guidance helped shape me into the person I am today. My heart broke not only for myself, but more so for her when my brother Keith passed away. And I can't imagine the tremendous pain of a mother losing her child, but I know that she's with him now. Through her grief, she remained the perfect role model for kindness and grace, showing us all how to navigate life's challenges with dignity. It may not have always been easy, but she helped and supported me in every way throughout the years, especially in my times of weakness. I only wish I was as strong as she was. Her resilience and compassion were truly inspiring. So often she moved me with her gift of song, those she sang, as well as those she taught, from lullabies as a small child when nights were so scary, to the songs that my sisters and I belted from the swing set in our backyard from the top of our lungs. Her voice was a constant source of comfort and joy. Singing a duet with my dad for the first dance at my wedding was a moment I'll cherish forever. And the last solo she sang at a Christmas cantata here at St. Mark's brought me to tears, a testament to her incredible talent and deep emotions she could evoke. In addition to her gift of song, she was a talented pianist as well, and with her coaching plus a few lessons, I learned to love and play the piano, a talent I unfortunately have lost over the years. When her fingers became too stiff to play, her voice never failed. When the time came, it made my heart so happy when she and Dad gifted the piano of their home to my grandsons, who, not surprisingly, share in her talent for music. Her beautiful smile and loving embrace are memories I will cherish forever. They brought warmth and comfort to my heart, and I am grateful for every moment we shared. As always, as she was always there for me, I know that God is there with her now. Her spirit lives on in the memories we all hold dear and the love she shared with us all. Thank you. If anyone else would like to share any memories, you're welcome to do so.
Good afternoon. A few people I don't, not sure I know, but I'm Pastor Fred Melton, and was here for 23 years, all of which John Meckley was. John and Fred were here doing their wonderful stuff in music and ministry. Between what Pastor Kelly said and what Fred said, I feel like I might be repeating a few things. But Debbie asked me to prepare some thoughts at this point, so I'll say what I have. All of you, first of all, it would be kind of interesting everybody here has individual, unique remembrances of Jan. And might be neat, I mean, we won't do it, but wouldn't it be kind of neat if everybody just stayed focused at their table and shared one thing that was unique between you and Jan, or something that maybe even other family members don't know about. But there's so much to each can share about her life and what she did for us. Looking at the display over there is by itself, just looking at the display, you get a picture of a very, very, very active, wonderful, beautiful human being involved in the world, and it's a beautiful display. Of course, speaking from as a former pastor at St. Mark's, and speaking about Jan Meckley, the first word that comes to mind, of course, is the voice. You know, the singing, the voice that she had, the amazing, beautiful voice. We are so fortunate. I was just talking to, I think it was Greg Landry, and saying, you know, it's interesting how you can take a right turn or a left turn in life. When she decided not to go into kind of professional music and get involved, you know, with the guy that was offering her a position, she could have gone in that direction, and she probably would have done some profound things professionally in music. But then we wouldn't have had her here, and she wouldn't have been a part of the church. And it was amazing that she decided to go into nursing, and then nursing led to the next thing, and then family, and finding the church eventually here. So we're very fortunate that is the direction that they went in. We all know the power and the beauty of her voice. But what I want to say is, when you combine that beautiful, powerful, lovely voice with the lyrics of being a Christian, and talking about God's love and God's grace and God's forgiveness and presence and Jesus, and you put those two together, now you have a proclamation that is unbeatable, that is so amazing. And listening to the songs that she and Fred and the choir sing, you could listen to those lyrics and get the whole gospel message. And not even hire a pastor to say a sermon, right? Whoops, sorry. But really, the lyrics in the songs and in the hymns and in the solos were so powerful. I mean, that's what you heard when Jan sang. You heard the voice, but you were listening to the words and the way it was touching your faith and your heart. And that was to be commended. Obviously, I can't think of Jan's voice without Fred's. You know, I mean, in terms of each of them had solos and duets and the whole thing, but it was just a beautiful gift to our church. She had lots of friends here at St. Mark's, many of them in the choir, you know, and the choir themselves could tell you individual stories of just her personal energy and friendship and kindness and generosity and all of that. And I'm glad we heard what we heard at the postlude today, because then I also saw, you know, like Liz Lauber's name, and Liz and they were very, very close to each other and a very good team. The other thing I want to say is about family. Obviously, she chose family. I mean, some of us have family and we commit ourselves to, but she just really chose family and loved everybody in it, and was kind of a cute thing. I've been retired for 10 years, and so I would see her maybe once a year. You know, maybe we live half the time in Florida with some of our adult kids, and half the time here. And when I'm here, sometimes I'm supply preaching somewhere else, or I sleep in, or I'm not here every Sunday, in other words, for those 6 months, but I'm here. And then she moved to Maris Grove, you know, and when I would see her, you know, often the first thing that would come out of her mouth was, "I've got 14 grandchildren. The 14th just came. I got one more grandchild. And then I have, 8 grandchildren, 14, 15 great-grandchildren." You know, so when I would see her, last time I saw her was at Maris Grove. I mean, I visited her and prayed with her a week ago, but the last time I saw her walking around healthy, I was at Maris Grove, and she's coming out, and I was the preacher for this Lutheran day. You know, once a month they have a Lutheran worship service. And she comes out, and you know what she said, you know? She's shaking my hands. Now I got the 14th great-grandchildren. And she loved, I mean, could she remember all of their names? I would be amazed if she didn't. But she loved her family, all of you, and was so excited by any one of the developments that happened in their lives. And she just, you know, bellowed out her joy like she could be singing. Married 67 years, I don't have to say anymore. What is the formula? That is amazing, you know, that's just wonderful. And she's with her son, and she's looking at Liz, and she's looking at her parents, and she's with God. And we've had a wonderful joy, all of us, to have her in our lives for however many years each of us have had that blessing. So praise God for Jan Meckley.
Oh, there he is. Right here. I'm just checking to make sure that Fred is here, because the comments I want to make, I'm expecting that Janet may hear them, but I certainly want to address Fred. We've heard all the testimony about the voice and her music and so forth, but as a long-term member of St. Mark's who is approaching 88, I want to say to Fred and Jana, what an inspiration you have been to me. To see you as you going through and into your aging, keeping going. What you could count on is that Fred and Janet would be in the choir. You could watch them walk up sometimes with difficulty to communion, but they were here. So you've been an inspiration to me, Fred. And I am once in a while, you know, feel a little hesitant as to what I'm capable of doing, and I say, think of Fred Meckley. Think of Fred Meckley. Thank you, Fred.
I didn't really have anything prepared, but a couple of things that stand out for me, especially her voice, her music. I was in a young organization years and years and years ago, and she did a duet with Susan Taylor, and Liz accompanied them at my installation as Honor Queen, and that was very, very special to me. So just music has always been a part of our lives, and it was instilled in every single one of us. Like, we all did vocals, we all did various instruments in our days. We could have probably been close to put a band together. But another thing that I remember a lot about her baking is, one was Christmas time. It was like endless cookies from November to like Valentine's Day. Cookies upon cookies upon cookies upon cookies. You'd think you'd never get tired of cookies, right? The other thing of her baking, and some of you might have children or that might remember this, here at church, yes, she did the communion bread for 35 years. Not only did she do it for communion here, but back in our youth group, we had rotating youth communion dinners, and it would rotate through somebody's house, and we would always have communion, and it was always mom's bread. There might not have been a whole lot of us to finish off the entire loaf, and at the end of the night, there was usually some kind of argument as to who was going to get the rest of it.
It was either between the host or the pastor, usually. Pastor, I think, won out most of the time. So, just along with Debbie and the rest of the family, just thank you so much for coming and remembering Mom and supporting my dad and my family. Thank you.
Yes.